Dashboard here. All right, and we are live
Hey,
with the
how's it
House
going?
Divided podcast. I am your host, co-host, I guess, right? Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
I'm
yeah.
Dan. Hello. I am. My camera needs to be turned all the way.
just all the way across the monitor.
Oh, that looks so much better.
A smidgen.
Hello. You guys aren't looking at my sides now.
Good.
The guy
That's sweet.
on the left side,
Calvin Leitenberg. I am a Chicago Bears fan.
he's using his last name, which is crazy. It's the internet.
Look me up. Come and
You
find
want to
me.
put your number out there too?
Social security number, credit card. What's going on here?
He wants the phone number.
3792259. Oh shit, we're
See, what's
joking.
crazy? I've known him so long. That has to be the first part of it too. And the other host on my right is.
I'm Brandon Enders. Hey.
Like, I don't care either.
See you later.
I just died.
See ya.
Oh,
I had to join in the madness. You're fucked with us now.
What do you mean?
We live here.
Shit. Well, now. Who the fuck is upstairs?
Oh, it's the one and only Michael
Oh,
Cornelli.
who just walks in unannounced, huh?
It's our local.
Goodbye, you can go upstairs and or outside of the shot. Gee, thanks. All right.
Technical
We're a very
difficulties.
professional production around here, folks.
This is our first time.
All right.
All right, let's get talking about how the Chicago Bears are going to make a comeback season.
That's not gonna happen.
Okay, so
2018.
to preface, to give you guys a little hint about what we're all about here. We're just gonna talk about football, and if you guys like all this content, we're gonna talk about more shit. We know things about stuff every now and then.
It's true. I know things.
No things and stuff.
Yeah.
True.
So the plan is to do this every Wednesday, same time, same place. Hopefully, no technical difficulties next week.
Yeah, we'll have everything way more
It'd
heavy.
Hopefully.
be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're gonna jump right in. Let's start with Brandon. Brandon,
Up.
why do you like watching the NFL?
Honestly, it's just my favorite sport. Really, haven't really gotten into any other sports. At least this much. It probably helps that my whole family watched it. Watched it at a young age. Probably why I'm a Packer fan. But yeah, just love the sport. Seeing the incredibly athletic people do things I could never dream of doing is awesome. It's a privilege, really. That's all I have to say about it.
Good answer.
Thank you. Thought really hard about it.
Calvin with the mini beers. Oh,
Mini beers.
They're just off screen.
Mini beers.
He knew.
I would like them to be like the Coors Light sponsor. Coors Light, that's the best beer I ever had. No, that's a headman trade. Long time you outside the I like football because it literally is just like the soul of America itself as far as like entertainment wise. I mean the halftime shows in itself are like some of the craziest things for the Super Bowl, but yeah, just the sport itself is probably America's favorite sport. Like baseball was great, but it's literally like a pastime now, and I think football is really taking the lead. I don't think there's anything even remotely close entertainment-wise. The whole world likes soccer, but it's just America, and it's football, and it's Chicago Bears, and it's family, baby. Let's go 2018 season.
That's
what I'm
great.
gonna
That was a
say.
great one too.
Right?
That one, Daniel.
I'm not gonna be able to top that. I like football because my uncle took me to a lot of games back in the day. He had box seats for the Vikings, and that's why I like football, and that's why I like the Vikings. And we are not gonna win the Super Bowl this year or ever, but I'm still a fan.
I mean, they're at least really good. Their whole structures.
Well, we're gonna segue right into everyone's favorite teams in both the NFC and the AFC. So obviously, Brandon is the
Yeah, I
the
think
Bears, right?
we already know two of the answers. Oh no, we know all
No,
three. Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. Okay, Packers, obviously. they're obviously the far superior. For AFC wise, I'd like to shout out to the Houston Texans, and it's not bandwagon. I've been a fan since 2010, 2011 ish. I lived through Schaub. All right,
Hey,
I'm a fan.
He had like a 5,000
I
yard
was gonna
year.
say,
do
Schaub,
you
Andre
mean?
Johnson, Arian
Derek
Foster.
Carr too.
He
Yeah,
was
and he
slaying.
also had the
Not
year
Derek Carr,
where he
Derek Carr?
threw like 9 pick sixes. All right,
No, was it, wait,
Yeah.
was it Derek Carr? They had a car.
David was
Carr.
it David
David
Carr,
Carr.
older brother, something
Yeah.
like that.
I doubt it.
I actually, now that I say it out loud, it was Eric.
Dude, I don't
Something with a
fucking
D.
know.
On
It was
the
a car, and he was dope as fuck.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was the backup to Vic in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And so no, that was Schaub. What the fuck? Calvin, what's your favorite NFC and AFC team?
We know that I'm a Chicago Bears fan through and through for the NFC there.
Shitty
Yeah.
You can tell he's a
they're-
true fan because he's still a fan.
They're the best. They're the best. I mean, we're gonna recover the season. I think we're gonna do really well. Okay, AFC wise, it's actually really ironic because I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, but I like the Denver Broncos mainly because I lived there for a little bit. But they've always kind of been fused in my head together because of we got Jay Cutler at the time and all that. It just-
when they were comparing him to Brett Favre, he's got the talent to be the next Brett Favre.
I mean, he's a little bit like.
He really
But
is.
just
Yeah.
mostly-
He's a
mostly-
gunslinger with a
mostly the
lot of
bad-
interceptions.
mostly
I
the
mean,
bad,
yeah,
though.
they're-
Like
Just-
if he played the 20 years Favre did, he would have blown the interception record
Oh,
3 times over.
oh.
if
for
Cutler
sure.
could have had the soul that Brett Favre had, I mean, they would have been the same person. If he just, would have been taking more Vicodin. Just-
And would have lost 20 feet of small intestine in the car.
yes, that too.
It helps out.
And then played shortly after. Just
All right.
Brett Favre is a god.
I like the Vikings, obviously. Okay. AFC team.
AKA House Divided People. Hashtag that's why. Just-
Yeah, right. Hey, that's the,
Hey,
that's
Father,
the name.
we need a
Bears,
we need a
Vikings,
Lions
We
fan.
got 3 teams in the NFC North.
Oh, the Lions aren't even here. They don't represent. They don't.
We don't.
I
No.
like the Lions more than the other 2 teams, so I will be defending them on this show.
Yeah.
But I
Defend their honor all you
I
want.
like the Patriots in the AFC. They're my team.
Honestly, I thought that's what Calvin was say.
I
To
did
be
too.
honest,
They
But
do,
I-
and that's why I said it's ironic because I was gonna say, but I do have a very soft spot for the Patriots because everyone hates on them so much, and Tom Brady steps onto the field every time, like, sorry.
I mean, Tom Brady's dope.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
hate on that.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
All right. Let's see here.
It's unfortunate.
We're going through topics way too fast. Preseason week 3. The big dress rehearsal coming up here. What are you looking forward to most, Brandon?
well, I, as a Packer fan, would really like to see our run game come to some sort of fruition here
And what
in
about your run defense?
in this game. That would be good too. That would be good too. But I feel like we only had a few bad series, at least in this last preseason game. The one where we were gouged
40 yards, 30
3
yards.
times for a touchdown is the one that comes to my mind. But yeah, I think that'll improve. But this run game, we haven't seen a whole lot from it in these 2 preseason games. We hear from the training camp like Jamal Williams is supposed to be doing really good. In the limited action he's seen, he has like a 2-yard per average carry. So I'd like to see more from our run game. We haven't even seen Adam Jones, and he's supposed to Aaron Jones, who's supposed to be like the next coming at our halfback position. So yeah, I'd just like to see something out of there. A wide receiver to emerge, a young one. Would love to see that. Yeah. He hasn't really done much in the preseason.
No, there's a good chance that he, because everyone went in thinking he was going to be the number 3.
Yeah.
There's a good chance he might not make the team from how bad he's.
I mean, yeah. I don't think I haven't seen him in a whole lot, so I don't know if they've played him a whole lot or if they just want to see the
every snap of the other guys' preseason.
Mhm.
He's been in.
Yeah.
They aren't looking for it, and then
But I mean, preseason is about kind of looking for these younger guys to bloom. Like we've seen what he can do. I think we really wanted to see what these young wide receivers just came in, 3 rookies. Yeah. Exactly. The Kumaro.
Thank you for the follow.
Hey, what's up?
TK underscore. That
That's
was
great.
fantastic. The guy is drunk.
What was I just? Oh, 3 rookie wide receivers. Valdez Scalding had like the Scatling. It's some crazy name. He had a really good week 1, but week 2 I didn't see much from him. I'd really like to see one of these guys emerge for Aaron Rodgers' sake, because running out of targets out there. But I like that Mercedes Lewis signing, and I think he's going to be pretty sneaky in the pass game.
When I saw that you guys had him, I was so unhappy because I know what he can do. A lot of people might have forgot, but he revolutionized the goddamn game. Like, him and Antonio Gates, I'm pretty sure came in like the same goddamn time. And he was the only person that scored points for Jacksonville.
Yeah, for a couple of years there.
MJD would get him to the goal line, and then they'd throw it 10 feet in the air.
See, and that recipe right there is what I love, because he blocks like a little tackle, and two tight end sets with him and Graham are just going to be immaculate, I think.
Well,
we need to run more.
Honestly, there's no reason. You guys don't even need a third string, like a slot receiver. You can just run Graham, Lewis, Adams, and Cobb.
Yeah,
Your 4 and swing a running back out of the backfield.
Yeah, because we have
you're fine.
Montgomery.
I was gonna say and a toaster because it's Aaron Rodgers.
He has one of the best offensive lines in football.
Yeah. Yep.
Finally,
Well deserved. Just needs to stay healthy.
Well, honestly, he needs to get out of the habit of holding onto the ball so long.
Yep.
And because a lot of this, not most, but a lot of the sacks
are on him.
Or he's trying to, he's like that guy. Oh, Jordy's, 2 steps away from, taking to the house. Sack. Throw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if he can not do that, Packers are gonna win the goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah, just like every year, the Packers are like,
I hate my fucking
they're always right at the cusp.
We're knocking at the
if Aaron
door.
Rodgers
We gotta get over that championship game. Gone to what, 2 here? Past. Haven't made it out though.
Right, there we go. Okay.
Okay, fiddling with your device. I got you.
Yeah. Doing things.
I mean, really, I guess that's all I'd say. Want to see in preseason 3, at least for my Packers. I'm excited to see the other matchups too.
Yeah. What about around the league? What's the?
What are some of the games? Do you have them pulled up at all?
I do.
Good.
All right,
I like that.
We got Philly Cleveland tomorrow night.
Oh, that'll be. I like watching the Browns to see how they're going to turn out.
Yes.
Obviously, you guys like watching those games for a particular.
We have a bet going. I have a bet going with Mr. Dan over there and one of our other spectators who's actually in the back right now. He's one of the technicians.
He's been a good boy. You haven't known he's there. The other one. So.
Yeah, we have an outstanding bet that the Bears. I bet the Bears will get more wins this season than the Browns, and they obviously bet vice versa, and that's $100 bet. So if I lose, I lose $200. Well, I mean, it's
it's 200 for me and 200 for him, or 400 for you.
What?
Yeah, that's what the.
Fine, I like the stipulation even more. Be that as it may, I still have all the confidence in the world.
Yeah, no, it was basically it originated as like we basically pay your rent for a month, and you pay us.
That's either going to be a great or terrible day. And it's funny too because it can happen the determining factor can happen basically halfway through the season based on how the records are going and stuff, where it's like, I hope people weigh in on this. What do you think? Do you think the Bears and the Browns are going to get more wins? Last season the Bears got 5 wins, and last season the Browns got 0. So this is just
NFL history.
We're talking a brand new team. Granted, the Bears are essentially a brand new team, but they still have
at least slightly more proven.
That's what I'm saying. They got and their defense has been proven a little bit.
But
so.
see, the Browns have something the Bears don't have. They have a proven quarterback. Tyrod Taylor took the Bills to the playoffs last year by himself.
Oh yeah.
It was him and LaShawn McCoy. That defense was not great.
And watching Hard Knocks, I like how he's really taking control of that team. He's first one to show up. He's talking to Hugh Jackson on how to run the team.
Well, but it's crazy because the Browns are waiting for him to fuck up so they can put Baker.
Oh, definitely.
And Tyrod's been perfect, or Tyrod. It's Rod. But
Yeah,
that's how
yeah.
But everyone says Tyrod. But but everyone in that organization and the world is waiting for him to fuck up so Baker Mayfield can get the job.
Yep.
And dude's been perfect. He shows up at 5 a.m.
No.
every fucking day. It goes in perfect,
Insane.
perfect completion percentage in preseason games. What more can he do?
I think 2 touchdowns. The 2 drives he's led.
Yeah. He's
Calvin, how are you feeling about that?
Feel a little nervous, but at the end of the day, I still think that the Bears will come out with it. So
Have we even seen Truby Tuesday?
yes,
Yeah,
In
yeah. He led.
preseason?
And
He led a few good drives. He led a few drives.
Did they
Yeah.
score a touchdown? Did he throw a touchdown pass?
yes,
I don't know about that, Calvin. I think we're gonna need a stat check on that
yes,
one. I don't think you watched much preseason football.
I did.
You watched the highlights.
I stopped watching. Well, once they told me that it was 20-10, the Broncos were leading this last game. I'll admit, I wasn't watching, and then I was just like, well, I'm not gonna watch it. It seems like it's a losing game. But then we came back and won. I heard that and saw it on the highlights, which I had to rewatch the next day.
The Bears are one of 2 teams that have 5 preseason games.
Right.
Yep.
Truby did not even play in the first one.
He did not.
No.
They are 1-2 in preseason so far.
Okay. You're winning this last one. Come back.
What did Mitchell? So in the first game Trubisky played, he went 2 of 4 for 4 yards.
Yeah, that one was not good. He came out of the press conference real strong about that one.
Against the Broncos, he 9 of 14, 90 yards, 1 touchdown,
Okay.
1 interception.
Okay.
I feel
And
like
the safety. They got the safety off of the bad snap too, right?
safety.
But that'll get cleaned up. That's preseason.
That'll get
it
cleaned
might
up.
get cleaned up. He did it last year too.
Just preseason defense. Just preseason defense at Forsyth.
I
Just look
mean,
back at the camera.
But I feel like with Trubisky, like at best, if he had a good year by what he's capable of, it's gonna be like 20 touchdowns, 14, 15 interceptions probably. You know, at about 1 a game for each. At least in my opinion, dude, I don't know why the Bears would have ever drafted him so goddamn high. You know, because there were other good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I always
I
think a
mean,
little more Truby
I was
than
gonna
that.
say once it was one of those things where the second we drafted him, I mean, there was just nothing but booze for a while, and it was like, oh no.
And
I mean, I liked him, but just not at the place you guys.
No, exactly. Not only
The
that, but
fact that he had to
we traded
trade
it.
up.
Yeah, traded to get that
Question-
one
okay.
spot up.
did you
That's
guys
terrible.
trade in front of the Texans before
No.
they got Deshaun Watson?
Oh no! Oh, Deshaun Watson went in the bottom of the round, didn't he? A lot of teams passed on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the teams that passed on him had a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole top end of the draft. I mean, was it the Browns? I think the Browns had that pick and
Yeah.
literally traded
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, no, we're not here to talk about the Browns because all we know is that they got Baker Mayfield,
Oh yeah,
they got Tyrod Taylor, they got
some
Jarvis,
weapons.
motherfucking Landry. Honestly,
Bless 'em.
if Joe Thomas would have came back this year, that team would be terrifying.
Yeah, I don't understand why he didn't come
'Cause he
back
tore
this
his
year.
triceps and
Oh, did he?
wanted to
Did he get
retire.
injured?
Yeah.
I didn't know he got injured.
He was on a
Sad.
streak. It was like 225,000, like 693 consecutive snaps that he played. That broke that snap last year. Retired. I hope they retire that number.
Right?
Calvin, what are you looking forward to in preseason, there, bud?
Honestly, I'm really hoping that this next game we kind of shake up the box on offense a little bit. Because everything I have seen involving Mitchell Trubisky is, I mean, most of the time has been those little rollout plays. I'd really like to see him stay in the pocket more. Probably that and just connecting with the new wide receivers as a whole would be good. But I mean, you said that last game he went 9 of 14, so that was good.
Not
So
bad, yeah.
yeah, that I think so. That's pretty solid. But a lot of those were, like I said, a little cookie cutter with this the doink 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 with the hike and still roll out. Like
yeah, no, his average
pretty predictable, but
His average attempt was like 6 yards.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
which,
just these tiny little.
I heard a stat like 6 yards per attempt like last year would have been like the bottom of the league. You know,
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not enough. Yeah, then that's honestly the sense I was getting. That's what I'm saying. I want to see more of other things because, like, yeah, those plays are easy, but it's like one of those where you're just watching as a fan and you're like, let me guess. Like when a friend is playing Madden and they literally do the same play over and over again. It's like,
Although at the same time, you guys got you guys got the dude from the Chiefs, right? The offensive coordinator from them, right?
Yeah.
For your head coach. Although I feel like you guys are saving the juicy stuff for a regular
Oh
season.
yeah, I'm
because he gets creative.
and that's exactly what I'm hoping because
think-
it's like who's revealing anything in preseason.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
I don't know who called the plays in Kansas. Was it Andy Reid?
Idea.
I don't know.
'Cause, I mean, I
I'm
feel-
not very good with coaching
I
knowledge.
feel like Andy Reid has been the play caller like his whole career. Like
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy kind of.
I mean, definitely, but I just showed him the coaching tree that Andy Reid has
It's ridiculous.
produced.
Dude, I did
Yeah,
not
it's-
realize that.
it's
I
ridiculous.
watched that
Half
video.
the coaches
No,
are.
I even just it's a picture. Yeah, yeah.
Like, he is literally the god of
Yeah.
of a tree
It's
of
insane.
coaches
Well, and
that
then,
have all been highly successful.
well, and it's so funny because you look at Bill Belichick, who is arguably the best coach ever. Coaching tree is dog shit.
Yeah,
His
That's
he
kinda
doesn't-
interesting.
Well,
clown shoes.
And he also likes to hold on to people too as long as he can,
I mean,
drain them of their life
Josh
force.
McDaniels went and
Like,
cheated in Denver,
yeah,
and then blew his whole wad on Tim Tebow. That didn't work well. And then went crawling back to Billy Bill, and that was it.
and then swindle dive the Colts to stay with Billy Bill.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Did you say something about I could be the head coach later?
Thank you.
Well, I would guess that Robert Kraft probably told that, hey, we're gonna get rid of.
we need an heir, a parent. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, bro, fuck the Patriots. Fuck Robert Kraft. Fuck Tom Brady. I love them. Fuck them because Jimmy Garoppolo is gonna win he's gonna win MVP. Maybe not this year, but within 3 years. He's gonna be the best player in football.
I totally believe that story last year where Bill wanted to keep Jimmy.
Wanted to trade Brady.
Tom went to the owner. He kind of went
Yep.
past Bill, said, "Hey, keep me, trade Jimmy," and that's kind of why it went so cheap.
Yeah.
I totally believe in that because Bill's smarter. Bill's smarter than that.
To stagger. He gave Jimmy.
Yeah.
Garoppolo.
And I think that was kind of like an
That was a
FU.
middle- that was a middle
Yeah.
finger.
Because if I do believe Bill's the GM for the. He's the GM and the coach. Yeah. 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 So yeah, I do believe it was a big FU Kraft name.
Right.
Alvin, what any other games that you're keen on here for this weekend?
What are some of the other big matchups?
So big matchup.
Do you have them pulled up too? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually have.
Let me pull them. I'm out of the loop. I'm sorry, Tom.
I was gonna say I actually want to see the Seahawks and the Vikings there. Old Danny
Ooh,
boys.
That sounds pretty good.
I am the most uninterested in that.
Tell me, why do you feel this way?
I would assume that the Vikings are gonna just fucking destroy the Seahawks with their offense, and then Russell Wilson will make up. Will get like 100 or 200 fucking yards in the first half, but will only put up like 40. I would bet that at halftime, it might be like 31 to fucking 14-10. Because there's no one, there's not one person on Seattle that can cover anybody that the Vikings are gonna throw out there.
Yeah, I could see that.
I have no idea. It wasn't me.
So weird.
I'm looking at the
Is
preseason
someone sitting
schedule.
on Lincoln.
Lincoln, are you okay?
But yeah, man, like Kirk didn't look good last week at all.
Was it the week 1 that he dropped that dime?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're gonna see more of that. I think we're gonna see the playbook, which no one's seen. You know, it's a new offensive coordinator, so there's a whole new system for everybody. But
honestly, I'm not really seeing any huge matchups this week.
The matchup I'm the most excited for, Atlanta at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Probably the best offense in the NFL, second best offense in the NFL versus second best defense in the NFL.
You're not interested in the battle for New York? I'm a little interested in Sam Darnold because he was my favorite quarterback going into it.
Is Odell gonna play for the Giants? Because he hasn't played in preseason.
Yeah.
So if we finally get to see that because the Giants are gonna have a high-powered offense, their receiving core is nuts.
Yeah.
Ingram.
Oh yeah, Ingram. Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Shepard and Odell. Oh.
Yeah, that tight end is crazy. He was my late round steal fantasy pick last year that blossomed.
I know. But I mean, like that team, and with Saquon, and they have an awesome offensive line and a good defense. The Giants might knock the Eagles off.
Oh man, would that be nuts?
That would be nuts.
Super Bowl hangover's a thing, man.
I know, absolutely.
And we haven't seen Wentz come back yet. Foles just got injured. Who's to say they start the season?
Got injured?
Yeah, he got he went away off the field holding his arm, so throwing arm.
Hey,
that's no good.
Hey, Foles, remember when you?
That's what I'm saying. They might
remember when you were gonna make a fuck ton of money this season.
Yeah, right.
That's fucking gone.
Looks like it's the cast of Napoleon Dynamite 2 for you.
Guess who's gonna be a backup for Carson Wentz for the rest of his career?
Unless a team gets desperate enough to make you their starter.
If a team gets desperate enough, Teddy Bridgewater is gonna be on the trade block here come next week.
I think he's already on the trade block. Let's be honest.
They've already said
Darnold's
going to be the starter.
He's looking good. I like him.
Bridgewater's also looking good too.
Yeah,
but it's hard because Bridgewater isn't like there's no one in the NFL that needs a quarterback.
Yeah,
like I can't think of a team. Even the Dolphins have Ryan Tannehill, you know, and he didn't play last year.
Well, you'd think they just want some competition. That's the only situation I could think of, and it'd be
too late.
And it's pretty, it's pretty iffy. He's been playing, right, Ryan Tannehill? I haven't watched a single Dolphin.
I forget they're a franchise.
Yeah, honestly.
Until someone mentions Dan Marino.
Yeah. and then we all just cry because he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Sorry, not sorry. You would get 10,000 yards in this league. Just
yeah.
But yeah, man. Obviously, you know, excited to see. Honestly, Arizona at Dallas.
That was the one that kind of caught my eye.
What the fuck's Sam?
For Cardinals, you're talking? Yeah. Dude, they've got
Frozen.
Yes.
So you know, see what he can do.
Who was my least favorite of like the top quarterbacks, but I like what I've seen so far. That's cool. Bradford clinging on for dear life, just doing enough to hang on to that top spot.
I mean, dude, Josh Allen's really.
Yeah, definitely. He's really mobile for a dude that big, and with an arm that big, he's got to be 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
And he's actually moving around. Like he wouldn't run for 25 yards or something like that unless there's wide open spaces. Yeah, but he can like get away from defenders.
He's gonna get the pass.
He's not Tom Brady standing there in cement for a second. Yeah. Here's a curveball. What free agent do you think the team should go after to make them better? Oh, actually, I have a note about this. It's funny you bring this up. It's my first note on my phone. I learned that Elvis Dumerville is a free agent. How are we not signing this guy? Who do we have after Matthews and Perry? We have that Gilbert guy who's been like the standout guy in our preseason games defensively, at least, other than like Oren Burks. But who do we have past him? And Matthews or Perry, or both of them, they're not playing the whole year. We know that. It's never been a thing. They never do play the whole fucking year. Why are we not signing this guy? He's not that old. I think he's got to be like 32, 33, 34.
I forgot he existed.
Right? Honestly, I did too. I was looking at free agents today, and he came up. How are we not signing this guy, Packers? If you're listening to me right now, which you're not, sign that guy. Let me see. 5'11", not the biggest guy. 250 pounds, not the biggest guy. I just want to know his age. 34, not the oldest. We can kick the tires on that old boy. I think the thing I was reading, he led San Fran in sacks last year with like 7.5.
Yeah.
He's still got some juice. Get him in there on some rotation.
That's the same thing. Another San Fran. Navarro Bowman's just sitting out there.
What is that
I was
guy
just
doing?
about to say that was
That's
the one
you?
I was interested
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Just because we don't have it, like, as much as I love our defense, we're not guaranteed in the linebacker position. So
Well, you got
you guys,
that,
did your first round pick sign yet?
He finally did.
He
I was
did?
just about to say that. So
'cause
he'll
I
probably
didn't see
be
the
in
update
this
on
next
that.
preseason game, I
Okay,
would assume.
good.
When did he sign?
Thank God.
I think it was right before week 2 because there was talks
Oh,
about
okay.
is he going to be in week 2. Apparently he wasn't because I didn't
Yeah,
see or
okay. I
hear
didn't see it.
anything.
Okay, I didn't know he had. I
So
thought,
yeah,
okay.
let's see how that guy plays out because he looks
He
good
looks
too.
so. I watched all these
But I mean,
little short
Navarro Bowman's
documentaries
always
on him, and I was
helps,
like,
too.
yes. And then all of a
But
sudden,
now-
there's all these contract disputes, and I was like,
Yeah,
what the heck,
mhm.
man?
Now, if you're
wanna see
a player, are you upset that this guy doesn't show up until week 3?
I mean, honestly, as a viewer, I'm a little that like. You're a rookie. You have to prove yourself a little. Like, quit
and
looking
he's
for
making all
guaranteed
these,
money.
and he's
Honestly,
making all these demands.
yeah,
Like,
that's what
like
I'm
he's a
saying. You're a
proven-
rookie. You proved yourself
you
in
know why he
college. This
wasn't
is a
signing?
different game.
He was
Because he
making all
wants
these crazy
if he gets
gets
penalties
suspended,
and stuff
if he gets
and like
suspended, he doesn't want to
fines.
lose money.
he doesn't want to have to pay the
Fuck
fines.
you! Don't break the rules.
Yeah, I
you
don't. That's
fucking idiot.
that makes that.
What do
I
you
would
mean?
be. I would be
I'm
pissed
not
as
supposed to
a
inject
as
stuff
a
right into my
player.
forehead. No, just
Like I get players don't talk about money to players. That's like a thing. But come on,
No, dude,
get on the
no,
field.
that's the opposite.
I mean, but that's what you always hear. Like we don't talk about money to each other. Like
Oh, dude! And watching Hard Knocks, that was the first thing they asked. That was a requirement.
well,
Baker, they're like, all rookies had to do it. And I listened to Pat McAfee, and he's like, yeah, that's just what you do.
mhm.
And when you're a rookie, you go up there, and you're like, hey, Dan, I went to University of Wisconsin. Signing bonus, $500,000. And that's routine for NFL players to do. Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma, signing bonus $7.7 million.
I more so meant you don't talk about like contract dispute. Like you talk about it to each other, but like publicly, you're not like,
Oh,
yeah,
got it.
that guy deserves. You never like hear that. They don't talk about it publicly. Like maybe in the locker room, they're like, yo, you deserve that.
So,
But
except for like the Packers, we're like, yeah, Rodgers deserves money.
yeah, I mean, everyone in the NFL is like, yeah, let's be honest, he
You
deserves
guys-
the most.
But I can't wait for him to get. They're gonna buy him Mars, and then they're not gonna be able to sign any other players, and he's gonna be sitting there and be like, "What the fuck?"
just fanning money. Why don't I have wide receivers to throw to? Because we had to sell Devontae for fucking food in our vending machine. Are you serious?
Hey Rodgers, if you get this, we're only able to get you 2 linemen next year.
No, we're
Yeah,
good.
that's fine.
I really want this new Ferrari.
Green
Why am I getting sacked?
Jesus.
What's your free agent over there? Although yours might have just been signed today.
You mean the George Ialoka signing?
That's a good signing. Fuck you
That
guys.
was- Which, dude,
You guys don't even need it.
no,
Fuck you
that-
guys.
it's so weird. What's he gonna do?
I mean,
He's not taking Harrison's job, and Sendejo. Maybe it's a competition. Maybe it's
yeah,
competition for him.
they have to feel like he brings a little bit more than him, right? Which I mean, I don't know.
maybe,
I
I don't know.
I know Sendejo has been out there for like the past like 4 or 5 years. I've seen him
been
like
out
on
there
your
for a
team.
long
Yeah,
time
like
now,
and
yeah.
I know been at least not a full-time starter, but he's at least part-time started or been a rotation
But yeah,
player
like
for
he's
a very
made it,
long
like
time.
5-6 years in the league and
Yeah.
hasn't been cut.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
You don't know
So
his name,
I mean,
and that's impressive.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, I was a little surprised to see the signing.
Maybe we're. Well, I mean, it makes sense because Zim was Ialoka's coach.
Yeah,
in
I mean, that's
Cincinnati.
what I instantly thought
But
too. Yeah.
maybe Sendejo goes to corner. Maybe they use Harrison.
Maybe.
Maybe they use Harrison as more of like a Charles Woodson esque.
I don't know. Either way, I'm
thing?
scared.
You should be.
You're on scare tactics.
I mean, everyone wants to say the Jaguars have the best secondary in football. Like they have 2 Pro Bowlers in their secondary. So do the fucking Vikings, and like they just happen to have 2 corners that were Pro Bowlers. The Vikings
Yeah.
have a corner and a
I
safety.
think I think the whole Jacksonville team is a house of glass. Like I think it's a good team, but I think that there are aspects that people give them way too much credit for because of like things that they had to do like in the regular season that people thought were amazing. But it's like, yeah, except for half the teams, like key players that in that moment that they played them would be out, and it's like, oh, so yeah, you did so well, but you didn't actually play against X, Y, or Z.
They lost their top 2 wide receivers. Can Bortles even do
Oh
anything
yeah.
now?
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention when push came to shove, Tom Brady lit that defense up in the 4th quarter, and Bortles did nothing. So yeah, GG.
All right, well, I'm gonna start calling you guys Captain Segways. Going into our next topic here, we spent some time today doing our power rankings, and Calvin just kind of went right into that. So I'm gonna put on the screen here over our faces all of our what we say is the thing. So
What we say is the
What was
thing
the,
here.
one,
the
one,
power
one,
rankings. All right, Calvin. We're gonna go reverse order here. We're gonna go 32 to 22. Your list hurts my head.
My list may not the greatest because
Okay,
I
folks.
don't know nearly as much about.
I'm
football.
interested. I didn't get to see this list being made.
Starting at the worst team in the NFL,
I
number
can tell,
32.
I can tell it's not the Dolphins from this reaction.
It's not the
the
dudes.
Indianapolis Colts.
The Colts.
Honestly,
I mean,
I'm gonna need to.
What's
I mean,
happening with them?
at their worst, they definitely could be the worst team in the NFL. Like, if worst comes to show, Andrew Luck doesn't come out like the sterling knight that he needs to be for that team. I mean, Frank Gore is still producing, but like they need Andrew to come out like a shining knight. And if he doesn't, I mean, there's potential for them to be the worst team. I wouldn't put them there.
Okay.
But like I can see.
Let's
I can
continue.
see.
While we're on limited time, let's not
Limited time. We got all the time in the
We got
world.
all
young
night,
I
Padawan.
Calvin.
guess you're technically right. let's keep going up the list. Who do I have next? The Bills.
You have the Bills at 31.
Okay.
Um,
All right. I also have that.
I obviously I strongly disagree with your Colts pick, but Bills, sure. Like they have Shady. They still have Shady.
Yeah. Yep.
Shady.
Josh Allen comes in, has a good rookie year. They could be in middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Easy. They got decent
and
defense.
they're in the NFC East. They
Yeah.
get to play the Dolphins
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
So they're 2 wins, and they get to play the Jets.
But
So
they
that's
also
3
have to
wins
play
in a row.
the
Great.
Patriots twice.
Yeah, but so at worst they're gonna go 3-3 in their conference. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
30
Okay.
Jets. Jets.
Yep, I got the Jets.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
fine.
don't know anything too impressive, but there's always been something in me about the Jets.
Yeah,
I feel like
got-
their
they got a
defense
little
is
something.
always at least decent,
Yeah.
you know?
They got
Yeah.
something going.
And
But
I feel like
they got rid of Wilkerson.
yeah, but that just means that that young guy that they picked up a few years ago can play
right.
more, you know? I forget his name, but that guy's a monster.
29. We got the
Buccaneers.
Yep. Again, I agree.
Yeah,
I had them a little lower, but yeah,
Yeah. No, I
Yep.
do. I think I do too.
Yeah.
Honestly,
definitely agree.
for me, they might be worse than the Dolphins.
Yeah, there's potential.
They have the most talented roster. They might have the most talented offense in the NFL, like offensive roster in the NFL, but suck dick.
Did they get a new coach?
Exactly.
No, they still have.
They still have
Who
Dingle fuck. I don't know.
is
fuck
it? The
what
guy
his
from like the
name is.
Cardinals defensive coordinator at some point, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, their defense is they still got McCoy, they still got Grimes, you
What
know. Or no, do they have Grimes anymore? No, Grimes is a Falcon. Their teams. That team sucks.
Yeah. No, like they would need the best year ever out of Mike Evans to make that thing churn, and I don't think Jameis can do it.
I mean, well, Mike Evans might have had the most unproductive year in NFL history last
He
year
would need to go
with that
360
with that contract.
or 180.
Yeah, I drafted him in the first round in multiple fantasy leagues and wanted to blow my goddamn brains out. Calvin's 28th pick is the Browns.
Browns.
I obviously disagree with this.
Yeah.
This is asinine.
Yeah,
This is
people
asinine.
give it a lot of credit. I mean, I'm gonna go off the 0 wins. It's like you gotta restart with a brand new, fresh team.
But it's not just a new. For me, it's not just that they have a whole bunch of new players. They have Todd Haley and Greg Williams, two long-time established coordinators. Todd Haley is the reason the Steelers have been good for a decade.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, I feel like that could almost be a part of the downfall of that team. I feel like that room's a bit too powerful. I feel like you might at some point have voices talking over one of each other. Then you got a split room.
I'm not going to debate that Hugh Jackson's going to get fired before week 5.
Yeah.
But if either Todd Haley or Greg, I'm assuming Todd Haley would get the head coaching.
I would think so. Yeah.
That team's significantly better if they get rid of
and I agree. That's my one monkey wrench to throw in there that like that could almost come to be their despise.
I just look at
demise.
They have Juice, they got Josh Gordon, they got Callaway, and then out of the backfield they have that rookie Chubb.
Yep. And then they have that running back from the San Fran for a while there too. That
Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, he was tearing up preseason.
Yeah. And then their line is not bad. That line's really damn good.
Yeah, it didn't really come together last year. It should have been one of the top units last year.
It should have.
And it didn't come together. But
just poor quarterback play.
Yeah, definitely.
But you give either Tyrod Taylor, who took a way.
You just need consistency.
He took a way worse team to the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills last year were significantly worse than what the Browns, at least talent wise.
Mm-hmm.
They might win 10 fucking games.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I think that's like the best that they can achieve. Like 10, 11 wins and get.
These next two, Calvin, I'm gonna need you to explain to me real quick.
This is out of order.
27 Seahawks.
This is
26
not right.
Dolphins.
This is not right. The Seahawks were not placed. Seahawks were one of the ones in my. Because the Seahawks are a far more better team. I'm probably gonna go ahead and swap. Probably essentially the Cardinals with the Seahawks.
Calvin out here.
I agree.
Cardinals up the list.
I agree. Okay, so.
Calvin out here shitting on teams.
Okay. So he has 27 with the corrections. Cardinals, Dolphins, 27,
Okay.
26.
Okay, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Now we got 25 Bengals.
Yeah.
That's fine.
24 Giants.
I think that's too low.
I don't. What do you have my list up there too?
Yes.
Okay. What do I have the Giants at? Curious. I have them relatively down there.
Oh, you
I might have them
27.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah,
Right,
I've got them even lower.
Let's just keep going.
I'm going to charge down the list a little bit here. Okay, so Lions. Then, sadly, my Bears at 22. That's realistic.
Wait, hold on. You have the Bears better than the Lions? Why?
Because I like them a little more.
But like, why?
Okay, there's no rational reason for it. Because
all right, we just had to get that put out there.
Football-wise, Stafford's got heart and soul, and that team has mad chemistry. In fact, I probably could put the Lions a little bit higher, but my hatred for
All
them.
right, there we go. Oh, no, Kelvin, keep going.
So then we got the Seahawks, which we swapped. Okay. Then the 49ers. Because, yeah, I'm gonna see what they're looking like.
All right, yeah, we'll when my list comes, we'll talk about all that.
Then we got the Chiefs, the Ravens.
Wow.
So high.
Going into the Cowboys, the Raiders, the Broncos. I'm for some reason I'm feeling like the Broncos
you got the Broncos pretty high up in there.
His two teams are crazy high.
So then we got the Redskins and the Panthers, the Titans. That to me is pretty good.
Why do you have both the Redskins and Titans so high when they're probably the worst teams in both their divisions?
Because I think even if you're
Whoa.
a bad team in a, I think if you're a bad team in a division, that I mean, you're still in a really good division. So I mean that you could still be a good team even if you're not a contender even in your division. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess like, what do the Redskins and Titans show? Especially the Titans being better than the Panthers.
I after seeing all like the Mariota stuff, I feel like it's his time. And watching him like recently, I don't know why in my heart ever since day one
I
of the
think I
draft.
actually have the same order right next to each other somewhere on my list where the Titans are
I accept
right
that.
above the Panthers, and yeah, I'd say the same thing
I-
where that just Mariota.
And I feel like the Panthers are in kind of this fizzle state. So I
he
don't know what's happening.
he can run faster than Cam Newton. He's not running over anyone like Cam Newton, but he's also going to throw way more accurately than Cam
And
Newton.
now he's had so
And
many
I
seasons.
disagree about that.
Oh yeah.
Because outside of, if we look at what Cam did during his MVP year, I mean,
Okay, there's one person I don't know which person, but he says take away their best year and take away their worst
Colin
year.
Howard, yeah.
Is that
Yep.
him? And then that's their career. I think you kind of have to do that with
That's
Cam.
fair. That's fair.
Because
But
that one good year is kind of the
but
outlier
that
year.
same argument then for Calvin's list, the Broncos are the worst team in football then.
Yeah.
Because if you take away Case Keenum's best year,
Yeah.
which was last year,
Oh yeah.
that dude wins 5 games.
No, and I
Yeah.
even on a later point, I have Case Keenum's name on a list, and I was going to bring that up where he's he's not a great QB, but he's probably better than average.
I mean, I feel like him and Simeon are. He's a little bit better, but
Yeah.
they're almost
Yeah,
interchangeable.
yes.
All right, we're
I'd
gonna
say
keep
that.
powering
Yep.
through Calvin's list here.
Okay, so then we got the Texans. 'Cause
Eleven.
a lot of promise.
At 11, okay.
Yep.
okay.
Then the Steelers at 10.
Oof.
The Jags at 9. This one's a little weird, but I've just been hearing a lot of people been preaching about the Chargers. I don't know why. Can somebody
Okay.
please tell me
Because
why?
Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah,
No,
and
no,
he's,
he is, but I'm saying like
their defense, their
front
defense
four
is
might be the best front four in football.
it's like so what happened? What's been happening the last couple seasons then?
I mean, weren't they one game out? No, they basically lost. They didn't make the playoffs because of tiebreakers last year. No, did they make the playoffs last year?
No, I don't think
So
so.
the Chiefs made it, yeah. But like their team's
It's just-
their team's super good, man.
It's just every time it seems like he's one of those Tony Romo type players where it's like when
he's twice as good as Tony Romo ever was.
that may be the case. I have to see it one of these days eventually. I feel like I've been watching Phillip Rivers for freaking 10 years and like have seen like nothing actually like progress.
He's had a couple 5,000-yard seasons.
No, I know that. I'm
Ba-
just
multiple like back.
I'm just saying like
back
playoff
4,000.
appearances, playoff wins. It's like where is all that? Like where
he does
you know?
seemingly have a complete team this time around.
Yeah.
Where
Good.
like he's got Melvin Gordon who did really good this last year.
The Chargers are gonna
They
win that.
they have a really good. I think they were a top like 8 defense.
and
Yeah.
th-
you know,
and
like
that's why I place them high.
Yeah,
because
no,
in my
no,
heart,
yeah, yeah.
I see it all. I see what everyone sees too, and I think it's almost like the Falcon syndrome, where it's like, why can't it just get put together completely?
right,
you
right.
know?
No, I
Same
definitely.
exact
I feel
premise almost.
injuries kind of derail them.
Yes.
If Melvin Gordon can't give you.
Yeah,
60
and
games.
Keenan
Speaking
Allen.
of the Falcons, moving up on the list.
Okay,
That's the
Perfect
next one.
segue.
Hey,
Yep.
yep. There we go.
7. And we got the Pack at number 6. I got the Packs. Anytime you got Aaron Rodgers, I don't care if you got a freaking 11 other sausages on offense with them, they're gonna be doing something. So, anyways, then we got the Rams, then the Vikings, Dan's team over there at number 4 because honestly I almost could place them slightly higher. But then we got the Saints, then we got the Patriots, which are interchangeable kind of in top 5. It all kind of depends on the type of season, but it was like I was saying before, Tom Brady.
It's hard to have Tom Brady not in the top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, of course.
not even that, but thinking like, Tom Brady is probably only got 2 or 3 years left in him at the most, so he's going for the championships and coming out for blood as much as he can, which is essentially been the premise for the last 5 years. But anyways, then we got the Eagles at number 1, of course, because They won the
I
Super
think that's the
Bowl.
one.
Yeah,
down
that's
there. Yeah.
Complete team. Carson
gotta
wins
do
if
it.
he's healthy. It's gonna be insane.
That defense is incredible.
That's the
We're
list.
just gonna. That was a solid list. We're gonna jump right into Brandon's here. And pick up.
You're gonna have to read me some off here.
All right,
Read my
ready?
highlights.
Going. So Dolphins, worst team in football.
Yeah, yeah,
You and I agree on that.
yeah, definitely.
They are.
hmm
At the Crimson Tide could beat them
Yeah,
easily. Easily.
I think so.
You know. Followed by the Bills. You and Calvin have the Bills as the
Yep.
31st.
Mhm.
Buccaneers 30, Bengals 29. The Bengals are one of those teams, man, where if
Yeah.
it's 2013 Andy Dalton again or 2012 whenever
They can
the fuck
they
he
can
came in,
kill, but like,
they could go to the playoffs again.
but there's always like, can he take it to the playoffs and like,
He's taken him to the playoffs twice.
can he? Okay, I should say, can he do it in the playoffs?
That's fair. Jets, you have the Giants so low.
I just
That's
I have no. I have.
Thank you for the follow.
I have no faith in Eli Manning, and I feel like while their defense is good, they've lost a lot of key components to it these last few years through free agency.
Yeah.
Being old.
Their secondary is talented.
Yeah, but I mean they
They're
lost
like
DRC,
They did.
so like that was their number one dog, but they still got what they call him,
Their
Jackrabbit.
secondary reminds me of like the Bears in like 2013
Yeah.
when they would just force turnovers. They weren't talented.
Mhm.
But
But
they
they
just
could
punched the ball.
do
They,
it.
they
Yeah.
would get the fucking ball.
They
somehow,
gave
and
up
it
all
wouldn't
the
make
yards in
sense.
the world, but got the pick at the end of the day.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
would punch people in the face to.
And I guess that's why I have them low. That like what they're probably one of those teams in my list with the most like boomer bust potential, where they could be top 10 team, make the
Yeah,
playoffs because
well,
they have the gear to
I
do
feel
it.
like them and the Packers are very similar. Whereas Aaron Rodgers is clearly better than Eli, but
Mhm.
all the weapons Eli has are
Yeah, they're
clearly
like
better.
opposites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like both the Giants could put, they could average 40 points a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they could also give up 40 points.
I have no faith in. The 2 times he won the Super Bowl, he had a killer cast around.
Question, just hot
Mhm.
take:
Okay, hot.
Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer when he retires?
I mean, I don't want to put him in it because I feel like his body of work isn't good enough. But he's got the 2 Super Bowl wins, and I'm pretty sure there are 2 MVPs, right?
They are.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like you kind of have to put
I
him
know,
in.
yeah, honestly-
but he's not first ballot.
Two.
Okay, so
Not first ballot.
is he
But maybe put him in.
3, 4, 5
Yeah,
ballots?
yeah. Maybe put him in at some point because he did get the 2 wins.
I was gonna say
Well,
two
he
Super
he got
Bowl
the 2
wins.
MVPs.
Two
Like
Super Bowl wins. That's
those postseasons
But-
he was
well,
on fire.
well, and thank you for the follow.
Thanks.
He also like arguably he beat the best team
Yeah.
ever.
No, exactly.
The Patriots, they were
He's
19 it was theirs.
He's a very chill guy, and that's really good when he's doing good, but really bad when he's doing bad because
he's Brett Favre without the stats.
yeah he's
Yeah.
too
At the end of
he's
the day.
too chill with being bad sometimes.
he is the perfect divine split of Brett Favre and Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
He's Jay Cutler with talent.
More Super Bowls
but-
than Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more Super Bowls. So,
He
sometimes
has as many Super Bowls as his brother. Like
Brett Favre didn't have 1 Super Bowl MVP.
no.
So I mean, yeah, I feel like you got to put him in this.
All right.
Hall of
We're gonna
Fame.
continue with the no more hot takes like that. You have the Ravens 26. They suck. Browns 25. I still think too low, but I get it. 24 Broncos. I respect that. Yeah.
I felt like that was my split. I was gonna put the Browns a little higher, but like I feel like the Broncos are a little bit more known, so I'll do that right now. But I feel like
Who
the
do you- who do
Broncos
you
could
think-
easily leapfrog.
Who do you think wins more games this year, Browns or Broncos?
Like simulated right now, I feel like the Broncos would, but I feel like that can easily shatter depending on the relationship that Keenum has with the wide receiver.
Okay, that's fair. 23 Cardinals, 22 Bears. You and Calvin both have the Bears.
Again, I
Interesting.
felt with a lot of these teams, who would I rather like have in the situation, and with the Bears, they've got. I like Truby enough. I think
Okay.
they made a lot of
that's
additions
the
at wide
divide right
receiver.
there.
Exactly.
I don't know what you guys fucking saw last year, but I saw a dumpster fire full of fetuses.
I mean, I also
Horrible.
saw a lot of drop passes anytime I turned it on. Like anytime he finally did make a pass dropped, and a coach that wasn't
Okay,
giving
Yeah,
his
John.
his
Was it John
quarterback a
Fox
chance.
last year?
I think it
Yeah.
was John
Yeah,
Fox.
okay. He should have been out of the league a
Yes.
decade ago.
There's so many times
I,
they ran
I
3
love
times.
that. All the attempts with the Broncos, he gets so close and gets
Well,
it at
then,
one time and
you-
loses, and then the next time he wins,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the guy comes
Kubiak,
after him,
Kubiak,
wins
yeah.
it.
Kubiak
yeah.
won, yeah.
Literally the
Yep.
season after John Fox leaves, Kubiak comes in and
Yep.
wins it. Just skirts.
So then you have 21 Panthers, 20 Titans, 19 Raiders, 18 Cowboys. You got the Cowboys pretty low, I think.
Yeah, honestly, when you said it out loud, I was thinking they could be below the Raiders.
Damn! So why don't? Is it Dak?
I just, I like
Hey,
Dak, but I feel
Imperial
like
Fleet.
at the moment, I don't know if he has enough weapons outside of Ezekiel. And if you hone in on Ezekiel, saying
Dave.
and someone runs cover 3 the entire time with a loaded front,
But I mean,
what happens?
But that's what everyone said about Adrian Peterson, and he won MVP.
You're right.
You know?
You're right.
And
And
Zeke is probably as talented, if not more talented, than Adrian Peterson.
I mean, prove me wrong, but
That's
like
fair.
that's just where I stand at the moment. And they're again like a boom or bust team. They could definitely make the playoffs, but at the moment, I have them kind of middle of the pack just
Yeah.
because
That's exactly.
they've got a lot of working parts. The wide receiver, someone needs to emerge.
Literally,
Who
they got
is it?
hurt.
Who is- they got to throw someone to throw to. Yeah, they did get hurt.
17.
Yeah, what do I have? 18? Yeah.
So, we got the 49ers at 17,
Mhm.
Redskins 16. Redskins higher than the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You
Honestly,
like Alex Smith?
I feel like their
respect that.
defense has gotten more improved
They got
these
Deshaun
last few
still,
years. Yeah, they got Alex Smith, which I think turns the tide.
Yep, 15 Colts, 14 Lions. Yep, 100%. 13 Jaguars. Also agree. Blake Bortles is
Yeah,
an
that's.
accident waiting to happen.
I mean, the
Quote Stephen
Jaguars
A. Smith.
definitely could be
you know?
one of the top teams. Bortles is going to have to prove.
I don't see any way he can. I feel
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it either, but that's like what they have to do.
him and Trubisky are pretty similar,
yeah, I can see
in
that.
my mind, and I just don't believe in either of
See,
them.
I see that too, and it's all about because Blake has a lot of potential, just like has a lot of potential. They've proven they can make every throw on the NFL level.
To me,
They can move
it's not even
around,
so
make
much that I
plays.
don't believe in Trubisky. It's more so I don't believe in the system that he has
Mhm.
or the coaching that he has. He needs to be properly managed. It needs to be okay, but so today we're only going to throw quick slants, okay? But it seems like they just send him out there like, hey, we're going to draw it up for you, and you're just start slinging it. It's not the 90s. Everything, analytics. We gotta do the Bears don't do what Trubisky does best, and neither does the Jaguars. They just need to get them rolling out more. Literally every play, move the pocket, and they'll be fine.
Well, that's what I was just complaining on. But if you think that's the best maneuver for them, I mean, they've been doing
Trubisky's
that.
too athletic to keep in the pocket, and so is Bortles. It wouldn't make sense to keep. It's like Aaron Rodgers can be in the pocket, but he is the best ever
Well, yeah,
when he rolls out.
and I'm not saying Truby is like Aaron Rodgers in any sort of
No.
way, but he can be like that in that if
Exactly.
I like keeping him in the pocket in that he has the ability to roll out at any time and still be able to make the play while on the run.
See,
That's why I like Truby coming out of college, and that's why I liked you guys, but just not the placement. Just because he make every throw.
Yeah.
He can do it on the run. He's got good speed. I didn't really like. He's got kind of a slight frame. I feel like if he takes too many hits, that's my worry with him rolling
Well,
out.
and they got rid of 2 Pro Bowl linemen this last year.
I know Josh Sitton is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was him and another one that just
Mhm.
dipped,
Okay.
and that's got to be
Yeah,
terrifying,
mhm.
Yeah.
And the Bears have been known to miss with offensive linemen that they take in the draft. You guys are good at signing them out of free agency, but you guys have been drafting a lot recently. Turning out.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how it pans out in the end, but
No more Bear talk until my list. 12 Chiefs, 11 Seahawks, 10 Titans, 9 Chargers, 8 Falcons. Seems all pretty standard. 7 Packers, 6 Vikings, 5 Steelers,
Yeah.
4 Rams, 3 Saints, 2 Patriots. Yeah.
Like the top of our lists all have the same teams, just like different.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Aha, that's what you think. So yeah, your list is fine. It seems like
Actually, A+.
it's A+ material. Okay, so I'm gonna pull my list up. You guys haven't seen this list yet, but
I got to see a little bit of it. I got to see a sneaky preaky.
here we go. All right, I got 32 Dolphins, of course. 31 Bears. I can't. I've explained for an hour.
Yeah.
But dude,
We've heard many points. Just
yeah, no, like not gonna reiterate. I don't believe in Trubisky, and you guys can't cover anybody. Kyle Fuller is your best cornerback, and he's dog shit. He's not fast enough to keep up with any receiver.
Kyle Fuller is a glorified Chris Conte. I will admit that, yes. And I am not happy that we kept him.
Dude, I love that the Packers fleeced you guys for $7 million a year.
We guys took it.
you sign him.
It was just the same way that San Fran called him when it came to Trubisky. Like, well, I mean, if you don't trade up and stuff, it's like we may have to just take Trubisky ourselves.
Even though the Bears as an
were not.
organization
No,
get
never.
fleeced by everybody.
Everything.
It's so funny.
They get the GM to bite so hard on everything. Just nope.
So for me, I got 30 Buccaneers, just like Brandon. 29 Titans.
Got him down.
I don't believe in Mariota.
Okay. Fair enough.
I see everyone in their conference beating them. I feel like the Titans might go 0-6 in division play, and that's hard to come back from, you know.
Oh well, yeah.
28 Jets, just like Brandon, and 27 Cardinals. No, don't really need to explain that. 26.
What are you talking about? Sam Bradford will be the second coming of Jesus. While leaving in an ambulance.
He's still alive.
26 Raiders.
Okay, yeah. I don't have them very high.
Dude, yeah, like if Khalil Mack doesn't play, they might drop lower. And if the Packers get Khalil Mack, they're gonna go higher.
Packers become like top 3 if we get Khalil.
You're right. I don't buy what John Gruden sounds like a fucking nut job. And I don't believe in him at all. They're gonna.
I believed in him until I saw how much he got and how much stake in like the organization he got.
Was it James Jones that said that he has him looking at tape from the 70s?
What?
Yeah. So I don't believe in this gimmick shit that he's doing. It's just not gonna work. They're gonna.
Old-fashioned football.
That's hilarious.
Right ahead of them, I got the Broncos. I'm sorry, Case. There's a reason Minnesota didn't sign you. You would have been cheaper. You would have been significantly cheaper, and we could have re-signed everybody at a lot more money too.
Guys knew it was.
It
was here.
Yeah, but I guess the same thing could be said that the Broncos didn't sign Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
you know everyone sees their own stuff.
Yeah.
I see Case Keenum as the reason that we lost the NFC Championship game.
Yep.
I would assume most of the Vikings staff also did, which is why he's not there. That we scored right away, which was awesome. Pick 6, literally that turned the entire game for us.
Yeah.
We could have gone up 14-0, 14-7. I don't remember, but 24 Redskins. I'm sorry, Alex Smith. Honestly, thinking about it though, that dude doesn't miss the playoffs.
Oh, and these past couple years, he's Mr. Consistent Captain, getting them to the playoffs and just not going anywhere else.
But he had a lot of talent around him.
Yep. And that's the one thing I worry about with the Redskins too. Like but he got like Jordan Reed. They've got some
Travis
fast
Kelce
people.
is significantly better than Jordan Reed. what do I got? 23 Bills. I like the Bills a little bit, you know.
Okay.
Not much, but
I mean, yeah,
but
I trashed him.
but I mean they didn't lose anything other than Tyrod.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
Shady McCoy would still get you 2,000 all-purpose yards.
I just feel like at some point they're gonna throw in.
Yeah.
And it's
I think
just,
he's
it's
gonna
pretty
start.
and it's pretty much just going to be like a 4-12
I
year,
think
and
he's
he
gonna
gets
start.
a lot of.
That's fair. Yeah.
And I feel like it's just gonna be one of those.
4, 12, 5, and
'Cause,
11.
you know,
might be the
like
peak.
Peyton,
Yeah, exactly.
14 his first year. You know.
Whoa, hot take. Are you comparing Josh Allen to Peyton Manning?
Another hot take, even though we said we weren't doing hot takes.
22 Bengals. I mean, AJ Green's fucking talented, man. And it's hard to
Yeah.
It's hard to not
if that Ross fella too at wide
Ross.
receiver pops off too.
21 Ravens. Joe Flacco's looking good.
Yeah.
20 Seahawks. I have them significantly lower than you guys. Oh wait, no. Calvin has them at 27.
Yeah,
No,
Calvin
wait, no,
had
he
them-
moved to
21. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
they were the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
It really is.
They're rebuilding. It's
Yeah.
They have to go.
I just feel like that Russell Wilson moving around is going to keep him alive enough. You know, that's why I kept him kind of high.
They'll go out and upset the 49ers.
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
Rams.
exactly.
They'll ruin
'Cause
it.
Russell-
And they'll ruin one of their
Russell
teams.
doing Houdini things.
What do we got? Then I got 19 Jaguars. It's over. They got rid of all of his weapons.
Yeah.
On offense. That offense is Leonard Fournette or bust.
Yeah.
And it's even worse than Ezekiel Elliott because Dak can at least sling it a little.
Well, and
bit, you know?
here's the thing. And while I like Fournette, I want him on my team. I don't think he is as good as people let on,
No.
because I think he had like a 4 yard. It might have been even a little under 4 yard per
Yeah,
carry
he
average.
was,
like
he was a workhorse.
yeah. So it's
You
like
feed him the ball 40 times a game,
Yeah.
and he'll break one eventually.
yeah.
From there, I got 18 Chiefs. Pat Mahomes is coming.
Yep.
17 Cleveland Browns. Let's get it going. Making the playoffs. You can take that to the fucking bank and deposit it. The Cleveland Browns will make the playoffs.
Alvin is trying to take it to the bank and deposit it.
I doubt that.
16 Lions, standard. 15 Giants, 14 Chargers, 13 Colts. You guys have the Colts. Actually, Brandon has that 15. Calvin has that 32. Colts, another team. The Colts will make the playoffs.
Laughable.
It all rides on the
They're the
golden
AFC.
arm of Andrew Luck.
Just instantly. Oh, that's right.
I mean, but he does got to throw against that Jaguars defense, and that's the one part
Andrew
of that.
Luck
I'm
is
not-
still alive.
I know you're not worried.
But yeah, no, I get it.
Is Andrew Luck throwing a football?
Yeah.
Yes, he has now. He was
just played
in
the last
preseason.
preseason.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
He's still
Yes.
alive.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
That's my comment.
I got
All
to
rides on him.
Oh, my shoulder.
I got the 12 Panthers, 11 Cowboys.
Got him pretty high.
Dude, Zeke might break the rushing record this year, man. That offensive line. If Adrian Peterson had that offensive line, he would have rushed for 3,000 yards. You know.
This is ridiculous.
My number 10, San Fran. I am drinking the Jimmy Garoppolo Kool-Aid. He is going to win.
It's poison.
He's gonna win. He's gonna win MVP this year. Honestly.
Crazy.
He's
We have
gonna
laughs from the peanut gallery.
He's gonna throw for 4,700 yards, 39 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and he's gonna win MVP.
Okay, so in Dan's reality, you need to pick up Marquise Goodwin. He is going to have a godlike year.
Yeah, 100%. First round pick.
Which I'm picking him at
Yeah,
anyways.
right. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to take him.
Yeah.
We'll see what Jimmy.
Because
G-
think about the
G's does.
defenses he has to throw against. He has to throw against the Cardinals defense twice and the Seahawks defense twice. Oh no. That like you're only that's why Tom Brady wins so many MVPs, you know?
Right.
He was, and so did Peyton Manning. They were throwing against the nobody for their whole goddamn career.
Mm.
The only team that is decent on defense is the Rams, and they're good. But we're gonna see.
I was gonna say it's like That's what I was gonna say before, as far as like the only friction and resistance that fucking Tom Brady and Peyton Manning have had most of their career are like the teams that have had a career good defense, like the Ravens, and like
Yeah.
that's it. They give them that 1% of friction,
Or the
other than
Michael
that, no.
Strahan Giants.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
or the
That's
Colts
it.
who could just keep. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, and that would be it. Right.
I see that division coming down to the last week.
Yeah,
I-
that's gonna be a tight race.
Yeah, I could. The Ram is probably gonna be 13-3, 12-4 kind of stuff. You know, they'll both make the playoffs, but
Mhm.
I am fully bought in on the Jimmy G
I like it.
train.
I like it.
We'll see about that.
Number 9, Minnesota Vikings.
Jeez, you have them a little low.
I'm realistic.
Realistic too.
Injuries all over the offensive line. We're playing third,
That's
fourth
fair.
stringers.
Fair.
Richie Incognito's in jail, so we can't get him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Kirk Cousins is gonna like ninth in the NFL is still fucking fine, but they're gonna be a wild card team at best. They might miss the playoffs completely.
The division.
Number 8 Texans. Deshaun Watson, man.
Good. I'm high on the
The
Texans.
truth,
Yeah,
the
the
truth
Texans-
will set you free.
I was
If
gonna
he
say, I
plays,
have the
if he plays
Texans
the full
high.
year, my bold prediction ties into.
Ooh, fantastic. We're going number 7 Falcons. The next 4 picks or 3 picks are all just they're incomplete teams, but they
Mhm.
have amazing quarterbacks.
Mhm.
So we got Falcons at 7, Packers at 6, Patriots at 5.
Okay, I like that.
Honestly, Patriots might be bad.
Yeah, I
There's
think
a good
honestly,
chance.
as a Packer fan, out of those 3 teams, I'd give the Falcons as the most complete at the
Oh,
moment.
100%. Yeah.
And that's crazy to say too, because Patriots are in there.
I mean, the Patriots are no.
Yeah, they're not looking
They have nobody.
mighty this year.
I
It's
mean,
like,
Julian Edelman missing 4 games again.
yeah.
Like they're gonna miss Danny Amendola.
Oh yeah.
Number 4, I got the Saints. Number 3, I got the Steelers. They are the best team in the AFC. That team. That's a complete. You can argue their defense is average. Yeah, they have some holes,
but it's like a,
But honestly, it's like the Packers in 2011. It doesn't matter when you're scoring 50 points a game.
Yep.
I got the Rams, second best team in the NFL, and Fly Eagles Fly, number 1. Like obviously the Eagles are.
They're real good.
I hate them.
I was in love with Carson Wentz in college after that year, and that guy's a monster.
Another quick thing, we can go through everyone's least favorite team. Well, outside of the division rivals, mine are both the Eagles and the Saints. I hate both of them.
Never
For the
been
most.
a,
Fuck the Eagles, man. God.
and that's mostly because they're fans. In fact, they get the shittiest fan. Boo for like the shitty.
I think the Packers have the shittiest fans, but yeah.
Whoa!
Hey, whoa!
Hot take. Just
That's not a hot take. That's a regular take.
I
so we're
don't
gonna-
object to that for some reason. Notice
We're gonna close
Sounds
down
about
all
right.
these lists here. Hello, here are our faces again. Welcome.
Hey.
Yeah, man. So those power rankings, we'll have to
We'll
go back to,
archive
like,
them.
week.
Exactly.
We probably just do them every week.
We archive them.
Maybe not now, but after week 1, maybe start doing the power rankings again and
Yeah.
move some stuff around.
Yeah, I like it.
Especially
Or
that-
maybe
We need to-
just
we
do,
need
like
to
a
have
top
a-
10 or
We
something.
need to
like
have a
that.
big board down here
I-
somewhere with magnet strips. Boom. Oh yeah,
I can hook up the TV
Yeah.
to mimic
Boom.
my computer and all that.
I like it. I like
We can get up and point and move.
it.
I'll get a smart board.
Dude, boom.
No, I mean we're gonna, at least for my list, I'm gonna find out a lot come week 1 when
Mm.
it's 49ers Vikings.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's my MVP prediction might I mean, but for me it's between Jimmy G and Aaron Rodgers. Like, yeah, I'm terrified.
He's gonna light this. Adams might get like 15 touchdowns.
He might break the record.
I mean, yeah, there's potential.
Jimmy Graham might set the record for tight ends.
It's gonna be insane.
Yeah, let's go into some bold predictions here. You guys heard mine. Jimmy Garoppolo winning MVP this year.
Mine is Andre Hopkins. He's gonna break the wide receiving record for yards. Get over 2,000.
That's gonna be nuts.
Do you want to know why?
I do want to know why, Brandon.
Do you? I've got some stats here, Tom.
Show me the stats.
All right. 2014, this man had 1,200 yards. 2015, 1,500 yards. This is career high. In 2016, low year, 950 yards. Last year came back 13, about 1,400 yards. We're going to give him the 12 that he needs to get there. All right, but I'm going to read you the list of quarterbacks that he's done this with. Outside of this year, he finally got a respectable quarterback. These were all starters at one point for at least one game. Only one person on this list only had one game, actually. They all had over like 2 or 3. Brock Osweiler, Tom Savage,
Oh my god.
Case Keenum, who's the best guy on this list, Brandon Weeden, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who brings up a strong number 2 candidacy,
I like him.
Jesus.
Brian Hoyer, TJ Yates, and Ryan Mallett. And this man has put up over 1,000 yards in 3 of those 4 years and almost got to 1,000 in that 4th with garbage throwing to him.
Yeah.
So get a
All
full
right.
year of DeAndre what's the quarterback's name? Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Get a full year of that guy throwing him the ball. I think he could do it.
Well, and it helps that you have the added threat of him running, the quarterback running and just taking off with it.
Yeah.
And it also is going to help that the defense is going to give you 4 short fields a game.
Mhm.
You know, it's
No, exactly.
gonna be insane. Calvin,
Calvin,
what's your bold prediction for the 2018-2019 NFL season?
I'm interested to hear.
I'm very interested.
Honestly, mine is revolving a lot around hope. That Jordan Howard is the number 1 running back of the 2018 season. Boom.
Oh, I like it. How
So
many yards do you think?
Yeah, how many? What are?
What are you thinking?
I need to know exactly what he got last year because it
I'd
was
say he at least go over 1,000 last year, right?
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say, and 2 seasons ago, he literally was like the number 1 running back. He was technically number 2 behind Ezekiel Elliott.
but he
he
had like
missed,
fewer
like-
games.
Yeah, he
I
missed
remember
multiple
that.
games, but
Mhm.
only was like 100 or 200
Mhm.
yards behind Ezekiel. Where it was like, yeah, if he played, he easily would have beat Ezekiel Elliott for the number 1 running back spot. And I think if we're playing some real good football and our actual wide receiving game opens up a little bit and allows some of those huge runs, I think Jordan Howard could have another crazy season. The thing is, though, we got Cohen, though, so we've kind of been dividing the run game. So
Didn't
that's.
he just? Oh wait, no, never mind. That's a different guy.
I was gonna say they've been chiseling away at Howard's running yards or whatever because Cohen is so good too. So I mean, that
Mhm.
could
Well, yeah,
affect
you
it,
kind of have the Falcons thing going on where neither Devontae or
Calvin Coleman.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the
Yeah.
Falcons running backs?
like
Yeah,
neither
Calvin.
of them are gonna make the Pro Bowl, but they're
Mhm.
both gonna break 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
It's gonna
they-
be stupid.
they just divided.
Especially
so
between
evenly.
receiving too.
I
Yeah.
mean, dude, that's a
Cohen's actually got
that's
some
a-
hands
that's
too.
a
No.
bold prediction because
No, I was actually really surprised last year you guys never ran him out of like the slot or anything. He's got good hands.
I was gonna say,
Bad
I
coaching.
know.
I
there was
saw it
that-
a few times, but
There was that one play where we nuked it downfield to Cohen, and he, amongst all people, caught it like right in the middle of the field. And I was
you
like,
got good hands.
I couldn't believe
Boy can
that.
catch.
He's freaking 2 feet tall, and he's catching bombs.
Rules out there.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, that's what I think. That's a lot of hope behind my.
that's a bold prediction.
It is. It's very bold.
You guys want to talk about anything?
Yes, I covered a lot. What I wrote down, honestly. Let's see if I've got anything in page number 2 here.
Sorry for the loud paper crinkling.
No, honestly, I think I talked about everything I really wanted to. Other than, hey Packers, if you're listening to me right now, Run more 4-3 concepts. Please. Give up with the 3-4. We don't have the linebackers anymore. Clay Matthews isn't that good. Listen to all of
You're
those
just gonna have
things.
to deal with it. Sorry, not sorry. Just-
Exactly. Put him back at middle linebacker. Sorry, not sorry. I think that's my closing
You'd like
thought.
to say to the Bears? Because they're going to listen to this.
Yeah, they're listening right now.
Chicago Bears. It's me, Calvin. I just need you guys to get more wins than the Brown this season. Don't think about the playoffs. Don't think about the Super Bowl. Win this season for one of your best fans, Calberta Jones over.
And he
here.
really is one of the best. He's suffered through a lot of Chris
used
Conte.
to like Jay Cutler just up until his final.
He was
moments.
talking about getting a Jay Cutler jersey at one point in his life.
I was seriously
This is a
considering
devoted
it,
fan,
kind
ladies
of.
and gentlemen.
And
I was
we-
seriously considering it, kind
We
of.
don't want to talk about this, but there's a good chance that his dad goes on a killing spree if the Bears lose more games than the
Oh,
Browns.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
definitely.
Seeing-
There's a very strong chance.
I was gonna say, and seeing as how, I'll be with him on a lot of those games. I could be one of his first victims.
Will be one of those first victims.
Yeah, so I
Fingers
just
crossed,
need you
everybody.
guys to get more wins than the Browns, so I don't lose the bet, because that would be crap. I mean, going week 1 into the Packers too. There's nothing I can
Coming
say.
into
That.
the Lions game.
You're going into the dome of domes. So I mean, good luck with that. If you lose, hey, don't take it too bad. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. What can he do?
Aaron Rodgers on the comeback campaign.
Yeah, dude, that's it. But see, if the Bears were to beat the Packers,
Jesus, if they win
Yeah,
week
that's
one
insane.
though, they will be on such a high. It would
yeah.
be unreal.
and then they'll rattle off 8 straight losses.
yeah, then they'll think that they're hot and stuff, and then
Like
yeah,
when you
just
guys
completely.
beat the Panthers last year by like 30, and then lost
Somehow.
every goddamn
Yeah, we're like,
game.
look at those contenders, bro. They were just in the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden,
Meow.
who's molly dropping us? The Titans and the Dolphins, just random teams. The 49ers, they're just destroying us with no problem or whatever. Sad, but anyways, let's go Bears.
Minnesota. All right, so I don't need to say much. We're fucking good. We have the most complete roster in football. Except our kicker just got hurt. That was sad. Kai Forbath gone.
Was that why you?
Yeah. See you
What
later,
happened?
Kai. So our kicking is going to be atrocious again. Can't wait for that.
Side comment: how long until the Chargers pick up Kai Forbath?
A week. He's already there.
Yeah, he's
Rehabbing?
visiting.
Hey, if any of the wide receivers go down, actually, you know what? Fuck. Who the fuck did? Wright.
Kendall, right?
Kendall Wright. Yeah, we don't need to play him. Okay, fuck Laquan Treadwell. Go get me a Des Bryant.
Okay.
Go get me a DEZ, and he's not gonna have a lot of fun playing in Minnesota. But that receiving core, it was already
He's
ranked
gonna
as
get some W's.
the Vikings receiving core is already ranked as number 1 in football, which is fantastic. But improve that shit a little bit more, huh?
Right.
And then fucking get offensive line.
Offensive lineman.
Wait till the week 3 cuts in preseason and sign all of them, and do a gauntlet style to see who can fucking win.
Surviving.
Right.
Other than that, chat. If you guys have any questions, we're gonna do a quick little Q&A. You guys want us to answer anything or tell us to fucking get the fuck away from you? That's fine too.
Gonna leave.
Yeah,
That's what you're gonna
but
Then you're just
but
being mean.
they're entitled to say.
They're entitled to their
They-
wrong
they can tell
opinion.
us
You're
to
right.
leave. There any questions? Anything going on? Let me pull that up.
Are there people watching us right
There
now?
are.
Ooh, we have viewers.
Right?
Is it a
We
problem?
just lost 3.
Is it a problem that the Eagles are 30 mil over the cap?
From Cap Corn, some fruit name.
Some fruity.
Not counting their draft class. If the NFL makes it a problem, it's going to be a problem. But the NFL seems to not care about cap that
Well-
much. You're gonna see a lot of people get cut. A lot of big name players. Because they're 8 defensive
Which
linemen that they have.
I think I read something that Nick Foles counts for like a lot of that cap room, and if they drop him next year, like you rate half of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I guess you have don't they have to be under the cap by.
No, they're
start of
over the
season?
cap for next.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Nick Foles,
Yeah.
Nick Foles will be
Yep.
gone.
I saw the same article, and another team is like 20 mil above
Yeah,
the
that's
cap.
fine.
Yeah, they just got to make cuts.
Yeah. So Nick Foles is probably 15, 16 million.
Oh,
of
it was
that.
the Jaguars, which that's why they drafted a D tackle. They have so much money tied into that D tackle room.
Well,
that
and that's
they'll
also
just-
why they
they'll
didn't
make some
sign any
drops.
of the wide receivers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
couldn't afford to.
Yeah.
Um,
I like how we had an in-house question. I like it.
that was nice. I don't think there are going to be any more questions. This is a solid hour and a half long.
Hey,
All right, it was good, solid talk.
all right.
This is the House Divided podcast. We will be doing this again next week, and see you fuckers later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.